was on the wire. It'd be too easy for you to go the way.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you sound just like everybody else.
Right.
And I remember I was like, man, like there is another lane over here.
Yeah.
Where you can step into that lane and dominate.
You said there's another lane, and not even really being all the way clear on what that lane was going to be. But it's like, you're like, look, it's another lane for positivity. Like, but fatherhood, you kept stressing that. And you was like, I'm telling you, man, like, you do a record on this joint. And I think fatherhood was supposed to be for the Men Ain't Boys. It was supposed to be
we
for
someone doing it together, because that's what I was like, hey, we do the movie, we could tour, you go into places, you do the song, I saw the movie.
And then when I wrote the song, I sent it to you, and you like, yeah, this is it. And I'm like, well, you shoot the video. And by that time, y'all was living in ATL.
Yeah, but this is what most cats want. This is what I want people listening to get, right?
Okay.
Number one, right? Because you might be listening saying, well, I'm not a musician, I'm not an entertainer, I'm not an actor. But what you did at that moment is you niched down. And you said, it's a big pool of people doing this one thing, but I'm going into a lane over here where I'm gonna be a party of one, and I can create my own lane and my own thing and my own audience. But then the second thing is when we said, okay, we're gonna do it and do the video, man, like people always waiting for something.
I know.
And we wasn't waiting though.
We wasn't waiting.
So I remember you said that, man. Like I'll never forget, I went to, we had just moved down to Atlanta, but like the month before, new thing was coming. I went to Best Buy on 301 in Waldorf, Maryland.
And bought
a $699 Canon T3i camera.
Yeah.
It was like, let's get to it. Came to the house, painted the wall in the garage.
You know what? But before you continue, this is another thing. You took that initiative step, but I took the step of saying, you in Atlanta, that's 10 hours from DC. Me, my son, Torrance, and my father, we're going to drive. We're going to drive from DC to Atlanta. You got the equipment. I'm coming to shoot the video.
I'll be there.
I'll be there in 12 hours. We came out this joint, man. We got a hotel, and I'll never forget, that was the first time I had ever experienced Atlantic Station. That was what, in 2012, 2011? And that moment in that video was just, it was so heartfelt and so real. And that's when I started understanding, even as an artist today, when I write, I'm writing from a real place. Even if I'm at the club or whatever, I'm writing from a place of, hey, this is really what I've experienced. But Fatherhood was the first song that people could look at me and say, oh yeah, that's what you saying. Oh, but no, I'm gonna put my dad in the video. I'm gonna put my son in the video. I'm gonna put my real life family in this joint.
What's wild about that joint, I mean, we shot like 85% of that joint is in the garage.
Yeah.
Like two different backgrounds on the wall.
The green screen.
It's like one shot at my kitchen table, one shot of Malachi brushing his teeth at the sink, which I seen that joint earlier this year, and I was like, look how young this guy looks.
Man.
Right?
Wow.
But then going to Atlantic Station, but the other thing is wild about that trip to Atlantic Station, that's the first time I realized you're a celebrity.
Yeah.
Because don't forget, like every time I had been interacting with you before was at my job, at my house, at y'all's house.
It was never out.
That was our first time in public, and we're out. Now this is, what year was this? This had to be like 2010.
Yeah, 2010, 2011, yeah.
Yeah, this is As Many Boys. This is actually later, this is 2011, like you said. This is 2011.
Yeah.
So 2011, The Wire ends in when?
2008.
2008. This 2011, as we walking through Atlantic Station, I'm seeing like the double take, and I don't get double takes when I'm out. I don't know what this is, Trey.
Right.
So I'm seeing double takes.
Yeah.
I'm seeing people tapping each other on the shoulder. I'm seeing people coming up, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah, man.
Like this is years later, right?
Years later.
Thanks for listening to another episode of the Traffic Sales and Profit Show. Hey, do me a favor, if you enjoyed what you heard today, subscribe and follow us on this platform right now to make sure you do not miss a beat as we drop new episodes and additional content every single week. Also, if you'd like to get access to a free paperback copy of my book, access to the TSP Traffic Sales and Profit free Facebook group, our challenges, resources, our events, and more, make sure you visit us at www.trafficsalesandprofit.com/podcast.